What is your FI number? What does that mean? So, in the FI community, the way you determine what your FI number is you take your annual expenses. Okay, so for me, we paid off our house, so our annual expenses are about $29,000 a year. Okay, so you take that number and you multiply it by 25. And so for me, $29,000 per year, which are my expenses, multiplied by 25, and it comes out to, I think, about $725,000. So that would be my FI number. And so that's based on a 4% draw. So that means if my portfolio, I've invested my money into, say, index funds or mutual funds in the S&P 500, for instance. This is not financial advice. But if I invest my money in the S&P 500, and that traditionally gets me about, say, 8 to 10% return, if I am drawing out 4% of that money every year to pay for my $29,000 expenses, that money will not run out for over a 30-year period in like 99% of the research there. Now, if I wanted to use a 5%, which is a little less conservative, um, but it's probably something I tend to use in my own life. If my expenses are 29,000 and I'm using a 5% withdrawal rate, then I multiply, instead of multiplying by 25, I multiply it by 20. And so 29,000 per year, which is what I would need in retirement, my portfolio to cover, 29,000 times 20 equals 580,000. So instead of having to come up with 725,000 on a 4% draw, I would only have to come up with 580,000 on a 5% draw. So I'm taking out more money per year and hoping that my nest egg still continues to grow at 8 to 10% on average. Okay. So that is your FI number, and that is the 4% or the 5% rule. The general consensus that most people use in the FI community is the 4% rule, but I saw the guy who popularized the 4% rule actually came out with a video on Bigger Pockets Money where he was talking about the 5% rule, and I really enjoyed that, and that's what I'm going with um, in my FI journey, is the 5% rule. So anyways, hope this was informative for you. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so we can inform you anytime we drop a video, and we will see you in the next video.